going on, guys? Goldsten here. In this video, we're going to go over 9 big mistakes Amazon dropshippers make. We're going to go over what these 9 mistakes are and exactly what to do to avoid them. I wish I had a video like this when I got started dropshipping. I would have made a lot less mistakes and I'd probably be making a lot more money than I am now, even though I'm doing pretty good now. Some of you guys know I do over $1 million a year on Amazon. I'm at $7,533 in sales today, about $185,000 in sales for 30 days. So I definitely know what I'm talking about. Last year I did 1.1 million on Amazon. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive into these things. And the second one is you really need to understand the second one. All of them are important, but if you mess up the second one, you could potentially get your account banned before you even get started, and we'll go over why that is. So the first thing is not starting. This might sound kind of simple, but some people, they have analysis paralysis. That just means they overanalyze everything. This is actually a mistake that I made. I saw other people being successful dropshipping on Amazon, and I saw it for years, and I think there was just something internally blocking me from realizing that it'd be possible to make 6 figures a year from my laptop, never having to leave my place, can do it anywhere there's an internet connection. I don't have to sell customers. I'm actually pretty good at selling, but I don't have to actually talk to customers on the phone. This isn't a sales job. I didn't think it was possible to make this type of money, and it was probably how I got brought up. Mom and dad had jobs. Neighbors above me and below me had jobs. All my parents' friends had jobs. You know, I never went to someone's house and their dad was like, oh yeah, I make 6 figures a year and I work 45 minutes a day from my computer and I got a team of people that do all the work for me. So I didn't think it was possible. The first one is not starting. Number 2, not warming up their account. So there'll be a link. I'll link it somewhere here. You need to get your account warmed up. In the middle of 2020 and moving forward, it's obviously time of this video in 2021. If you have a brand new Amazon account and you start drop shipping right away from popular retailers like, Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, Overstock, places like that, there's a high probability, a high chance that your account can get banned, where Amazon will basically ask you for letters of authorization from who you're selling from. If you're drop shipping from retailers, you will not be able to provide that. There is no way around that, and then you're literally stuck. You can't sell on Amazon anymore, and your account's been banned. So the second thing, step number 2, is not warming up your account. I'm actually in some Facebook groups. I run a Facebook group, and I see it all the time where people, they dive right into it and they don't get their account warmed up. There's things that you want to do for a few months on your account before you stop drop shipping, which makes it dramatically safer to start drop shipping and avoid getting that review from Amazon. Again, there'll be a video at the end of this video that will explain that. Number 3, not being tax exempt. So essentially how taxes work in very simple terms is, normally if we go to buy, one of the places we drop ship from is Walmart. Very popular, a lot of people do it. If we go to walmart.com and we buy an item for $100, when we get to the checkout, we're going to see it's going to be around $107.34. Where did that $7.34 come from? Taxes. Because the government likes their money. Oh, they like their money. The government likes their money. So they make us pay taxes. A tax-exempt account means that when you buy the item from Walmart for $100, you don't have to pay that tax of $7.34 or whatever the tax is. You don't have to pay taxes when you buy the item from Walmart. You are tax exempt. Now, this is 100% legal to do, because basically what happens is we don't pay the taxes, but the Amazon customer that bought our item, they pay the taxes. It's called, the taxes like flows through, it passes through. We don't have to pay it when we buy it because the customer will pay the taxes when they buy it. So number 3 is not being tax exempt. You got to be tax exempt. There's firms out there that'll do it for around $700 to $1,000, and they'll get you tax exempt or basically in every state in the United States, regardless of where you're drop shipping. If you're drop shipping to California, or you're drop shipping to Missouri, or you're drop shipping to New York, every state in Walmart, each state needs to separately be tax exempt. You want to be tax exempt. And the reason is a lot of drop shippers are tax exempt on Amazon. So if you're not tax exempt and you're going up against someone that is tax exempt, let's say on average, taxes on average in the US are 7%. If you're not tax exempt and someone else is tax exempt, they can mark their item down 7% while still making the same profit. It's going to be, you're fighting an uphill battle. I don't want to go too deep into it, but essentially you're fighting a big uphill battle if you're not tax exempt. That you can do it yourself if you could watch some videos and look at some articles, or if you have the money, I recommend just paying a professional to get you tax exempt. You usually can get tax exempt in about a month. Number 4, trying to find the secret drop shipper. There's that secret drop shipper that nobody knows about, that you could drop ship from and make a ton of money with. And if only you could find that one drop shipper. Now, I'm being silly when I say this, but this is a thing that I see all the time. People are like, Aaron, Walmart's too competitive. Thousands of people are drop shipping on Walmart. It's too competitive. Well, let me ask you, why are so many people drop shipping on Walmart? Why are they? I want to know. Why are they? The reason they are is because it's profitable and it works and it meets a lot of the other criteria that a good dropshipper has. My recommendation to dropshippers is, why don't we start dropshipping from the suppliers, from the companies that other people are having success with? Why don't we just copy what works? And then once you're making $1,000 a week in profit, then if you want to go try to find the secret dropshipper that no one's found that you could dropship from, then you can. That's my recommendation. Number 5, not having a software for repricing. Not having a software for repricing. So basically what this means is you're drop shipping an item from Walmart, and the item's $10. The item's $10. And you got it listed on your Amazon store for $15. What happens when Walmart decides that they want to raise the price of their item? So they raise it from $10 to $20. Well, now you're still selling it at $15, but they're selling it at $20. So you sell it at $15, you got to go buy it from Walmart for $20. Every time you go buy it from Walmart, you're losing money. What a repricer will do is it will say that, Walmart raised the price of the item from $10 to $20. We're going to raise the price of our item from $15 to $25. That way your store stays profitable. What happens when Amazon decides to have a sale and they lower the cost of their item? The repricer will automatically lower the cost of your item as well. So not only do you continue to make money and stay profitable, but you stay competitive against other Amazon sellers drop shipping the item. The other thing a repricer does is, what happened? Walmart, they get all their items. They got their items in a warehouse. And that item that you're selling for $10. The item that you're selling for $10, they're selling it, you're selling it. What happens when Walmart sells a bunch of them and their warehouse goes out of stock and they don't have any more? And you go to buy it on the website and Walmart says, sorry, we're out of stock. You can't buy this item. Well, the last thing you want to do is have that item continue to sell in your store. Now you got a bunch of orders you need to get fulfilled. You go to Walmart and you can't fulfill it because Walmart doesn't have any in stock. A repricer will make it where no one can buy the item from you in your store when Walmart goes out of stock. But in 3.5 weeks, when Walmart gets a big old shipment in and they start selling the item again, the repricer will see it and they'll make it available in your store for people to start buying again. You got to have a repricer. I'll put a link, it's an affiliate link in the description of the repricer that I use. If you use my link, you get a 7-day free trial. It's the repricer I've used. I pretty much tried all of them. You could try them all and have a bunch of headache and eventually stumble onto the one that I use, or you could just trust me and use the one that I use. The one that I use is it's not a popular one too. Everyone's using these expensive ones that don't work that well. I'm using the one pretty much no one knows about that works a lot better than all the other ones, and it's cheaper. Number 6, playing small. I got my business going, and in maybe 9 months-ish, 7 to 9 months, I was making a few $1,000s a month in profit. And I said, I was contemplating, debating, trying to figure out if I should kind of ramp it up, 10x like Grant Cardone says, and list a lot more products, or if I should just cruise where I'm at. I essentially had one VA, and their full-time job was to find products for me. I bumped it up to 5. Where I had 5 full-time VAs finding a lot of products. The products I listed went through the roof, and the profit I made went through the roof as well because there were more products that met all the strict criteria that I have. So because there were more products for customers to buy, my sales naturally increased because everything else was basically the same. So I would say the number 6 rule is once you get the business going, don't be afraid to go big a little bit. Don't be afraid. I got over 7,000 products listed on my store now. It's like 7,200 products. Number 7, not thinking long term. Our Amazon store is I might be a little crazy. Okay. I view it like a living, breathing organism. And it's like if there's a runner and they're sprinting and they start to get sick, the longevity for the runner would not be to give them a bunch of steroids and drugs to make them keep running so they don't feel sick. It'd be to let the runner take a break. Let the runner take a breather. Let the runner relax a little bit. And then after a couple weeks, once he's recovered and he's not sick anymore, let him run. A runner that does that you let him rest if he gets sick, is going to run a lot longer longevity. Number 7 is thinking long term. So one of the things I'll do is, and it's kind of advanced, if my store's metrics start to get too bad, which can happen pretty much anytime. That's one of the things we deal with dropshipping. If the metrics start to get too bad, I'll start to refund customers sometimes and take a hit on it just to keep them happy. If there's a chance even if there's a small chance they might leave bad feedback, because bad feedback is one of those things that will affect the metrics of your store. This isn't like eBay. eBay, you can get some bad feedback. They're not going to shut your store down. You get too many bad feedback on your Amazon store, that in and of itself can literally get you banned and get your account disabled. So there's times where I've made kind of an executive decision that, okay, I would like to fight this and try to not lose $200, but the risk of what the customer could potentially do to my store is so bad, and my store is in kind of a fragile place right now, I'm just going to eat the $200 and give them a refund. Thinking long term. Number 8 is not solving problems. So this pretty much goes to any business, but making money is about solving problems. Alex Becker says the essence of being successful is problem solving. There's going to be problems that come up in your business. When those problem comes up, how do you feel? Are you a victim? Do you blame other people? Or are you proactive and you do something about it? This can be anything from being mad at the customer that they want a free item and they're saying they didn't get the item even though the item was delivered, which will happen, and there's ways to handle that. This also comes to someone that's in the beginning. Someone that's in the beginning that says, Aaron, I don't know where to start, but they don't do anything about it. They just kind of complain. There's a difference between someone saying, I don't know where to start in this process, but Aaron, I'm going to watch a lot of your videos that are 100% free, by the way, and on YouTube. I'm going to watch a lot of your videos so I can learn, so I can get enough information to successfully start doing this. And then there's a person that says, I don't know how to do this. Boo-hoo, life's sad, and they just whine and they moan and they complain and they don't do anything about it. This business is not going to work on its own. You have to work the business. So you have to solve problems. Wherever you are in your business, there's probably a certain amount of problems that need to be solved for your business to go to the next level. Figure out what those problems are, proactively solve those problems, and make sure you're not a victim when you're doing it. Number 9 is not hiring help. This is kind of goes back to just being cheap, which is that could be not getting a tax exempt account, not spending all the money on it, not spending the money on a repricer. Being cheap is kind of one as well, but not hiring a VA. You can find amazing VAs if you know what you're doing for like $1.25, $1.50 an hour, USD. Okay, you're not going to find them on Upwork. Upwork, the minimum amount is $3 an hour. But if you know what you're doing, you can find really good VAs that for great prices that'll work really hard. Virtual assistants allow you to automate your business. I have like 8.5 virtual assistants that are in my store. I have a client store of mine. I just started his store 3 months ago. Last month, he did a little over $1,300 in profit after all expenses. He had one VA. Last week, I just hired a second VA. His store is expanding. It's time to hire another VA. Hire help. Leverage. You want to be using, if you're doing it all yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you start getting to the point where you're getting 100, 200 orders a day, it's worth it to spend a little bit of money, a little bit of total profit from your store to help automate the store, which A, can allow you to grow, but also it can make your life easier. I work about 45 minutes a day on my store. The reason I'm able to work 45 minutes a day is I'm using leverage. The example I like to use is McDonald's. I kind of like to study McDonald's because it's a very popular franchise. A lot of people like it. If you look at different reviews of McDonald's owners on Google, you'll see that the McDonald's owners, there's like I was reading this one, and the guy's like, I work about 4 to 8 hours a week. He's a McDonald's owner that works 4 to 8 hours a week. Why? Because he doesn't have to be there for someone to get their order delivered. Someone comes through the drive-thru, it triggers a thing, and there's a person there that takes the person's order. And then they punch in the thing of what the customer wants, and the person drives through. And on the screen of what the customer wants, it shows the total of what the cashier is supposed to collect, and then it sends a message, I'm guessing this is how it works, it sends a message to the kitchen of what the customer wants. All right, he wants this, hold the ketchup. And he wants this, extra salt. And then they see it, and they make it. And then I'm sure there's a software in place where when that person ordered 3 burgers that had 3 patties in them, that takes 3 patties out of inventory. And then on Sunday night, again, I'm just making this up, but on Sunday night when it comes to place an order for patties, the system says, oh, we sold 2,421 patties this month, so we need to order 2,500 more patties, in the previous period. So we need to order 2,500 more patties for the next shipment. The shipment comes, a rep or a worker in McDonald's goes and gets the patties, puts it in the freezer, and the process repeats itself. The owner doesn't have to be there doing it. The owner's still got to oversee it, still got to solve problems, but that's it. When you're hiring other people, you're utilizing their skills and their talents and their time to help work the business. Just like when I used to work at Subway, I was working at Subway for $5.25 an hour. I would see the owner every now and then. Owner didn't really have to be there. I was there. I was making the sandwiches. I was cleaning. Food would get delivered. Stuff would get done. Everything was done. He was just kind of checking in. You can have that same thing in your Amazon business when it's structured correctly. That's what I got for you guys. My name is Aaron Goldsten. I'll put the link for that video that I was talking about somewhere here. And in the description, I'll also put a link to our it's currently free, members-only Facebook group. It's only for people interested in Amazon dropshipping. So if you're interested, you can learn and connect and get more knowledge in that place as well.